This video is sponsored by Full Reptile Collective, brought to you by Dan Hardy. Head over to their website at fullreptile.co.uk where you can find anything from training gear, t-shirts, hoodies, all the way to coffee. For an exclusive 10% off, use Dan Said So at checkout. Make sure to also check out their YouTube channel for some of the best MMA content out there, bar my own. Let's get back to the video.
Perfect. And then we shall move on then to the main event, which is a late replacement. I say late, it's a replacement. Chan Sung Young, the Korean Zombie, is stepping in for Max Holloway at the prime age of 35 here. I don't love this fight, personally. I think they should have just waited for Max. I don't know why you pick Korean Zombie out the mix when he's on a one-fight win streak and he beat Dan Ige. Yeah. And then he jumps over a lot of individuals that were in a better position to me to get the title. Now, he might have been the only one ready at the time and they didn't want to cancel the fight, which is fine. I still would have preferred they cancel the fight and wait for Max Holloway, especially now he is okay and he could have actually fought on the card. But what's your first reaction rather to Volkanovski and Korean Zombie?
Same as you, I think. Really, I was quite confused when this one was announced. Like you're saying, obviously Max lost twice to Volkanovski, so we did have to sort of come away and get a. What's that?
Lost, yeah. He won.
How many do you think he won then?
He won the second one. The second one,
yeah. I'll agree with you on. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
I think
it's fair to say
definitely
lost the first.
But, yeah. But you obviously had to come away and get a few more wins before having another crack at it. And I feel like the guys he beat were the top of the division. And the performance he put over on Calvin Kattar was I thought was deserving of another title shot in itself. And then all of a sudden it was announced he was going to fight again for the belt, and then he got an injury, and the Korean Zombie stepping in. So it did seem like a bit of an odd one. And especially as well after Brian Ortega had just lost to Volkanovski. And I still remember sort of fresh in my head what the dominant performance that Ortega put over Zombie.
Smashed him to bits, didn't he?
Yeah. I know obviously MMA maths never works, but I was like, Ortega beats Zombie, Volkanovski beats Ortega, and now they're putting Zombie in against Volkanovski.
And Volkanovski not only beat Ortega, other than moments in the fight, that's what Ortega had to me. He had moments, or pretty much like 20 out of 25 minutes, I would say Volkanovski beat Ortega from pillar to post.
Yeah.
He dominated him, pushed him forward, landed heavy shots continuously, never really was hurt, just got caught twice, and somehow escaped that mounted guillotine. I have no idea how. Kicking his legs, screaming like a baby, and he got out. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But in a fight of the year. But yeah, this one is super intriguing because Volkanovski, to me, other than Max, he's clearly him and Max are clearly the best in this division.
Yeah, they are head above everyone else in the division, in my opinion.
Absolutely. But
I think that's down to their work rate in the octagon. Just the pace they put out. I just don't think anyone else in the division can really match it at the minute.
They can't match the striking, the work rate of the striking, the work rate of anything, to be honest. The defensive and offensive wrestling that Volkanovski possesses. He showed that he's got a brilliant kicking strategy as well. Great tacticians in his corner when it came to the first fight against Holloway. And the win streak he's on, he lost his fourth ever pro fight against Corey Nelson in Australian FC via a head kick. Since then, he has never lost, which is damn impressive. And on that record as well, you've got people entering the UFC. Shane Young, Jeremy Kennedy, Darren Elkins was that early on. He knocked out Chad Mendez, beat Jose Aldo, no problem. 2 against Max Holloway, and now Brian Ortega. There is not a world, to me, that he loses to Korean Zombie here in any form of striking unless he gets sloppy. And that's it to me.
So you don't see any way the Korean Zombie can win this then?
I think if Brian Ortega cannot submit, now this is MMA maths, it might backfire. But if Brian Ortega cannot submit Volkanovski with a triangle, which is T-City for a reason, it's his move, and a mounted guillotine that he was squeezing, his head was about to pop off, and he still didn't quit. Chan Sung Young's jiu-jitsu is very good. Hence, he has one of 2 twisters in MMA or in the UFC. But getting in that position, you're not going to get Volkanovski in that position. You're not going to have time to work in that position. If you get him to the ground, he bounces straight back up. He's almost impossible to hold down. He's almost impossible to control. You can't create distance against the guy unless you're called Max Holloway. No one's been able to do it. From what I've seen in Korean Zombie over the years, he's slowed down dramatically. He slowed down against Yair. He won a couple rounds against Yair before he got knocked out. He beats all the guys that are ranked, I would say, 6 to 15, like no problem. And he still will. I believe he still will. I think he was the fight to make against Arnold Allen. That would have been a really good fight. But Keita might be up there with that as well. I think Keita would beat Korean Zombie from pillar to post. I think stylistically, I think Korean is in the same bracket to me right now as Giga.
Yeah,
that kind of 6, 7, 8 range where you've been exposed. Zombie is very hittable, gets hit a lot. Volkanovski hits like a truck for the weight division. He hits in high volume, as you said. He presses the pace better than anybody, arguably better than Max, which is scary. I don't see any way that Korean Zombie comes out here with a win, to be honest. Like, logically.
Yeah, no, I think I sort of hate to agree with you again because I'd love to have disagreed with you.
Yeah.
But I think you're right again. And Korean Zombie as well. He's I think sort of Ortega showed it in their fight, but he is quite flat-footed. He looks to counter-strike, doesn't he?
He does
most of the time. And I think Volkanovski, he's just in and out too quick for Korean Zombie to be able to count, get in before. I think Volkanovski will be back out again before Korean Zombie can do what he does best, is countering him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see how he can counter someone like Volkanovski. Because Volkanovski can sit in the pocket as well. He'll trade with him. He's a fresher fighter. He hasn't taken significant damage in his career, which is great to see. And he's also got the frame of someone that could cut weight even more. You saw his teammate Dan Hooker. Dan cut down to 145. Dan's 6'1".
Yeah.
Volkanovski's 5'6", and I know he's an ex-rugby player and that whole thing of he was over 200 pounds and whatever it was, but he's shredded to the gills and he holds the size. He's almost the perfect bantamweight. Him and
you think
Max
he could
Holloway.
cut more weight?
I do. I think he could have fought a 135, to be honest, as well.
Yeah.
Double champion coming, but it all go up. Like he could do it both ways. The only thing that he's lacking is height. His reach is long. He's got like Mr. Tickle arms. He's got a 71-inch reach for someone that's 5'6". To put that in perspective, I've got 74-inch reach and I'm 6 foot. So
yeah,
it's he's nearly got the same length reach as me, and he's significantly smaller. I just think it's a scary fight for Korean Zombie to take. He's stupid if he doesn't take it. It's a title shot for free, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will never ever run an argument on here by going he can catch him, because anyone can catch anyone. I hate that as an analysis, but
you could sort of say that about any fight, really. Everyone, anyone's got a puncher's chance in.
And that's all I've got for Korean Zombie in this. I don't see him implementing his grappling, because if he wants to grapple with Volkanovski, I think Volkanovski's a much superior grappler, much superior wrestler. He's got great Greco style, upper body strength.
Volkanovski, he won't look for the submission, I don't think, but for the ground and pound, he just controls people so well on the floor.
Yeah, that's it. It's control, isn't it? He's just going to control Korean wherever it goes. I could see this being stopped within a couple rounds.
Yeah, and I honestly feel like Volkanovski just doesn't. Of all the champions in the UFC, I feel like Volkanovski is one of the ones that gets the least respect out of all of them. Just because, if you look down his record at the people he's beaten, obviously Max. Yeah, a lot of people call Max Holloway the GOAT of the featherweight division, and obviously he's beaten him. Controversial, but beaten him twice. He's still beaten him twice.
Yeah, even the second one was super. It was still super competitive.
He
didn't lose it
Mendes,
clearly.
Jose Aldo. He's just. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he doesn't a lot of the time get the respect he deserves.
No, I agree. Definitely doesn't get the respect he deserves. It might be because of that. Just when he fights Max again, if he definitely wins and clearly wins. There's no doubt about it. He won 3-0 against Max. Even 2-1 would be ridiculous against the guy. Max Holloway is just, not the GOAT to me, or that division. Still Jose, but
Yeah.
I'm not,
Which
I
obviously
can't.
Volkanovski's beaten, like we were saying.
There you go. So it's just every dog has their day, don't they? But
Yeah.
yeah, I can't see Korean Zombie. Anyone puts a bet on Korean Zombie, you're a brave individual. I think that it's a lose-lose for him. Actually, it's a win-lose. Sorry for Korean Zombie. He's going to get all the publicity now again. He's get the spotlight, but he's 35 years old. He's not looking sharper than he's ever looked. He's beating the guys that he should beat to hold that rank in, hold that 5th place rank or whatever he was at the time. So it's interesting, but yeah. I've got Volkanovski by a stoppage. I think by about round 2 or 3.
It's sort of the similar situations we see in a few other weight divisions as well. Obviously, like the middleweights with Rob and Izzy as well.
Yeah,
where there's just a couple guys that just seem to be head and shoulders above everyone else, don't they?
Colby and Kamaru. There's a few, isn't there?
Yeah.
Unless you want to throw Leon in the mix because he's getting the title shot.
Yeah. I feel I've got strange feelings about the welterweight division. Like
the political division.
Well, the fact they I won't go off on too much about it, but like obviously Colby and like Jorge are considered like the top of the division. But the number of welterweight contenders they've beat recently is just each other, and then both lost to Kamara.
Yeah.
So their place at the top of the division, I'm a bit unsure of, but
yeah, no,
anyway.
I agree. We'll find out with Leon. Yeah, get you back on for the Leon video. That'd be good.
Yeah.
But so we're both, I'm assuming, going Volkanovski here. I'm going round 2 or 3. I'm just think he's going to flat out KO him. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he gets hit far too much for the speed, the power, the pressure that Volkanovski's going to put on you. I can't see anything else.
I don't think it'll happen too early, but like you say, I think another TKO finish.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. It's not often that I'm fairly not certain, but I'm somewhat sure of the victors of both the main and co-main event. But I think I am for this one.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.